We are the Johnson twins. I'm Sydney.
And I'm Courtney.
And
welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. So we have 2 videos that we posted a long time ago.
Not a long time ago, but a couple weeks ago. We took a nice little break for the holidays. So Merry late Christmas and Happy New Year.
So we're actually just going to jump right in for today because we have quite a bit to talk about. So we decided that for today's video, we would give you guys a little piece of our past, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
And so basically what it is we're going to jump back to the past and tell you guys about an experience that we both had together. And then we're going to act as if we are talking to our past selves and giving advice to our past selves about what to do and handle the situation. And hopefully it'll be helpful to some of you guys. So, yeah. I hope. Okay, so we're going to get right into the story. And my sister is going to start off.
Putting me on the spot, I see. Okay. So the story we want to share with you guys today is about a particularly rough time in our life. And in fact, I think it might be the second worst because something happened recently, which was the worst. The second worst situation to date, which was 7th grade. The 7th grade was, and I know a lot of you can probably relate to this because I hear a lot of people say that they hated either 7th grade or another time, maybe early high school years, like 9th grade. But 9th grade was great for me. So in 7th grade, it was our first year at a brand new school. And first thing that comes to mind when I think of that is culture shock. It was
times 10.
A culture shock. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It was much, much different than what we were used to. And it was really, really hard. That's actually an understatement, to make friends. And maybe, it's because Sydney and I are so close that maybe we didn't completely make ourselves available. Yeah. But on the other hand, we did. I mean, because
we were shy. We were really shy, believe it or not. Actually, we still are kind of shy, but we're so much different now. But yeah. Sydney and Courtney in 7th grade were very shy and very quiet. And so what I'm thinking is that people thought they don't need any other friends because they have each other. And they don't want any other friends because they have each other.
So I'm going to go ahead and say we're partly to blame, but not completely. So
you guys know how middle school girls especially can be.
Not nice. Yeah. Not nice.
And so it was just really rough for us because we hadn't experienced anything like that before. It was usually people were pretty much nice to us and we didn't have too much of a hard time making friends. But after several weeks, after a few months.
It was I remember on week 6, every day we would come home and our parents would ask us, did you guys make any friends yet?
No.
And it got to like 6 weeks, still no friends. And it was all the way up until our first middle school dance. And we was like, okay, we'll go. So we went. And that was when we met our first friend. Because after that, we finally had somebody to talk to. But that was like 6 or 7, maybe even 8 weeks into the school year already.
But it was still rough because we have a few. Okay, so I'll just outline a few things and then we'll keep moving. So one of the most outstanding memories I have about 7th grade is that my sister and I came down. So there was a cafeteria that we all used to eat lunch at, and there was these round tables, a bunch of round tables, and there was microwaves. And so my sister and I would put our lunch boxes on the table and pull up a chair and then go over to the microwaves to heat up our food. And I remember one time we came back, actually a couple times we came back to the table. And one of two things would have happened. Either they would have pushed our lunch boxes to the middle of the table so we didn't have a seat and then crowded around the table and took all the chairs. Or if they didn't do that, all of the girls would pick up their stuff and move to another table that our stuff wasn't on.
That has happened a couple of times.
Yeah. And so we just gave up and started sitting by ourselves.
That is not a good feeling.
No. Because we was just like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with that. Because it's embarrassing, Because you're like, oh, well, it could be a number of things. I don't want to get into it, but it could be a number of things. And so for a while, me and my sister and I just sat by ourselves. And, it was okay. It was fine. It's better than sitting by myself. And that's probably where I decided that I hate sitting by myself. And I'm grateful that I had somebody to sit with. Otherwise, I probably just would have, I don't know. I have no idea. Can't say because I don't know. So there's that. And then I remember do you want to?
Yeah, we took a class trip to Old Rag, which is a mountain. Hated it, by the way. And we were in a tent with two other girls, and one of the girls was telling us, I'm not really even sure how it came up, but she was telling us all of the mean things that the girls in our grade said about us. And when I tell you the list was long, the list was long.
We were mean, we were bossy, we were, what is it? We didn't have enough hair. It was one of them that hurt so bad, I can't even remember what
I think the hair one hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, that did.
Clearly I have hair. So, anyway. If I could give myself or both of us a piece of advice.
Sorry. Okay, just one more story. It's real quick. PE class, we had to take PE class, and my sister and I were not in the same PE class. And for some reason, my teacher always used to ask us to pick partners so that we could do partner work. And to this day, I freaking hate partner work because of this scarring memory. Every time I was trying to pick partners, I would ask somebody to be my partner, and they would say no and keep looking around for a partner until they had no more partners. And then the teacher would be like, okay, you have to work with her. And then they would be like, yeah. And I saw them do that. And I don't know if you've ever seen anybody go to having to work with you or be with you, but it's not fun. It's hurtful. So now we get into the advice part.
Okay, so the first thing I would tell us is it is okay that people don't like you all the time.
Amen.
Sometimes it sucks, but it's okay.
Oh, well.
You're not always going to fit in. And sometimes not fitting in is a really good thing. Because then if you do fit in, that means that you like them. And you may think that you want to be like them at the time, but you don't want to be anything like them. So it's a good thing that you don't fit in sometimes. Sydney?
Okay, so if I'm sitting here with past Sydney, President Sydney would say, you're going to get to a point one day where you're going to be so happy with yourself and so confident in yourself that you're going to laugh at the situation, at yourself being upset that these girls don't like you. Because personally, I couldn't care less. It's not my job to make everybody like me.
Oh, girl, they don't like you?
Okay. I like me.
Let me go ahead with somebody else.
Exactly. She likes me. I like me. We're good.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. Talk to God. Be best friends with your God. I remember every single day, several times a day, I used to pray to God and be like, can you please just come in the flesh and be my friend?
Oh, my God.
Just 1 or 2 days.
Yes.
But then I was like, no, because if you do that, then I'm not going to talk to nobody else. I'm only going to be with you. I'm not going to want to deal with nobody else. I'm probably not going to participate in class because I don't have to, you know.
I think that was the time when we got closest to God. And
honest to God.
And it works
then
like
we
that.
became like that.
It goes like if you're in a really tough time and you don't have anybody else to, it kind of forces you to talk to God, and you and God get really, really close, which is a good thing. So that's another good thing that came out of that situation.
And then you don't feel lonely anymore. Because then you know you have that friend. You don't have to worry about people acting crazy. Because God's not going to act crazy. So, also, to finish up the whole advice piece that we would give to past selves, we have a couple stories that we're going to share about the present or future. Or not future. Will be future for the past us, if that makes any sense. And Courtney can go first.
That was confusing.
Sorry.
So, a few years ago, I went to what's called the Disney Dreamers Academy.
2014 and 2015.
I'm not wearing my ring. But anyway, that was an amazing experience, I'm going to go ahead and say. And that was the first, and I was still in high school, at the same school that I went to middle school. And that
Do you want to tell the story about that?
No.
Okay.
That was the first.
Another time we'll tell the story about our 2014-2015 Academy experiences.
Yes. So that was the first time I have ever in my entire life been around a group of people who made me feel wanted. Like they wanted to be around me. They wanted to hear what I had to say and
be partners.
They enjoyed being around me. And that was new to me because obviously I went to that school and they
it's the opposite.
It was the complete opposite. So that was a really, really good experience. I remember one day we had a little dance party, which was so much fun. And I was worried. I was telling God, oh, my God, I don't think I'm going to have anybody to dance with. And I don't know, I don't have a group of friends or anything to be here with. So I remember this one girl walked over to me and she wanted to dance with me. So I was like, yeah, girl, of course I dance with you. And the whole night we danced together and it was so much fun. So I love that experience, and I think that was something that we needed to remind ourselves, girl, you don't need that. You thebomb.com without all that. So,
and I have a story from the academy too. My year was 2015, And I remember I was by myself and I was walking and I was like, okay, it's the typical thing that I'm completely used to, so it's fine. But then I remember the most popular guy at the academy came over to me with his friends and they started talking to me and he was like, guys, come over here and let's talk to her. And they was talking about me and they was talking to me and they had like stood around me and then walked next to me and he was talking to me and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that these people have come over to me without me having to say anything and they want to talk to me, Cindy Lynn Johnson, and I didn't even have to do anything. So that was the first time that we've experienced that, and even now it feels kind of strange when people want to talk to us and include us and stuff. And I know it sounds weird, but it feels good. It's something that we're still getting used to because we're so used to automatically not being in that kind of situation where people are excluding us. And so I guess I would say by default we automatically exclude ourselves now to avoid that.
No.
Partially. Just to avoid that and not have to worry about, oh, it hurts so bad when they don't do that, you know? So, all in all, it gets better.
Yeah, it does. And it just because I don't want people to be thinking that, you know, they're not good enough. And that's the reason people don't want to talk to them.
No.
Because
not at all.
You are way more than good enough. And you just don't ever let somebody determine your worth for you and determine your value. Don't ever.
If you like you, then you're good. If you don't like you, that's when you have a problem and you need to like you.
But don't ever not like yourself because somebody
else don't like you. That's their problem, not yours. Okay, so we're gonna skip story time because that technically was story time. So, and it's time to go.
Sorry, guys.
But thank you guys for watching, and we hope that it was really helpful to you. If we didn't go into enough detail, or you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns for us,
let us know.
You can leave it in the bottom in the comment section, or you can send us something on Instagram, which is @twinmagic with 2 C's. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe too. Please and thank you. And you guys have a good week.
Thank
and we'll
you guys.
see you next week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.